Welcome. Welcome to your new academic year. We're glad to see everybody back. Everybody have a good summer? Yes? Paul, nice to see you. We're glad to have you. So how many freshmen are in this room? Please stand up. I want to see the freshmen. Oh my goodness. Welcome. That's great. Thank you. That's great. Thank you so much. That's terrific. We have 99 people in intro this year. I don't know how that happened, but there it is. So we have a lot to cover. I want to introduce your faculty and adjuncts and others, but we have some special guests in the audience tonight that are going to be offering you some opportunities coming up immediately. So I will let Kate introduce to you Sig and some others from Voodoo Fest. So come on up, Kate, and let's talk about this.
So the first announcement is just about the part-time job fair that you guys have seen advertised. I really want you all to check it out because there are lots of easy for your schedule type part-time jobs offered. Thursday, Dana Center, 12 to 3:30. Show up, you don't even need your resume, which I hurt inside to say that, but just show up and talk to people. They're offering all kinds of jobs if you need one, okay? Second thing is, for those of you who did summer internships and have turned in a rough draft of your essay, I have your edits. You need to come get those from me or else you won't be able to do the final draft, and lo and behold, you get a poor grade. So come find me afterwards and pick those up. I have a big pile right there. So the main attraction. We are bringing back the Voodoo internship this year for its second run, and we're really excited. We had a really great experience the first time, and I'm so lucky to have this awesome team that I've worked with for the past couple months to bring this back. And I want to introduce Sig Greenbaum, who will be in charge of this whole thing, and he's going to talk a lot about what you're about to experience. The requirements are a little bit different than last year, so please listen, please pay attention, and if you have questions, you can find me or the team afterwards. Thanks, guys.
Hello. Trying to figure out how to use a non-Mac computer. Is this up or new? New. Let's do this.
You did something.
I may have lost where you had it. Up.
Hey, Gene.
All right. Now what happened? Kate, I might need you to find that document again.
I think you're okay.
Let's start with this.
I'm going to back off at least for this one.
So, my name is Sig from the Voodoo Experience. How you guys doing? How many people, was anybody here from last year's program? Did anybody? Woo, you guys kicked ass. Here's a video of some of the interns did last year, recapping their experience, and it's quick and it's amazing and gives you a sense of how much Red Bull you are going to drink. So the best part about that was we didn't ask for that video to be made. So that was really awesome and greatly appreciated. So the program, I handle marketing, and in the front row we have Ashley, who handles is our talent buyer, and Leah, who is AR, artist relations, Nick, who is a intern and lifelong intern, and Peter, who was part of the program and is coming back, who some of you might know from school here. But the idea is that we want you to be part of Voodoo, and this year's lineup features Foo Fighters, Outkast, Skrillex, Arctic Monkeys, Zed. Lineup goes on and on and on. Hopefully you're excited about some of those artists. The great part about this program is you will be working behind the scenes with marketing and with artist relations. You will also work with a lot of different parts of the office. As we sometimes, as anyone who's been part of the program will know, there's things that pop up, whether it's for the design team, for the operations team, sometimes it can be for the legal team. You will touch everything that is the festival, and that includes working backstage for the artist compound, which Leah, who is in the front row, can talk more about, because I know she's excited to come up and talk about that. A couple things. We no longer have volunteers at Voodoo, and part of this program was, John and I were talking about this, we don't want people who are not interested in making this event great. We're not looking to just give you a t-shirt and let you get lost in the crowd and do what you want to do. We want people who take ownership of it and might do something like, I don't know, make a video of their experience because they're so passionate about it. We're not looking for people who are just trying to get a free ticket. We're looking for people who are enthusiastic, people with original ideas, and people who want to be in this industry and want to be industry leaders. The skills required, the number one skill is show up. If you can show up, you've done half of what we're asking you to do. So if you don't show up, you're no good to us. And in doing this, we really do rely on you. As anybody who's been part of the program, and anybody who has, been, Nicholas, I'll use him again as an example, a guy who's been interning now for a while, he is always there. And I know I can rely on him. And in this program, knowing that we can rely on you is really important. Being able to talk on the phone, we talk to radio stations, we talk to publications, we talk to PR firms, we talk to band management, we talk to a lot of different people, and we actually do make old-fashioned phone calls and communicate directly through telephones, not just through texting. We do some texting, but you have to be able to have a conversation. Be able to work on Excel, other office programs, comfortable with social media, and basically have an attitude to do everything and anything. As far as who you'll work with artist relations, you'll work with marketing, partnerships, pre-event, you will work with band PR, fan club, social media teams, and through all that, those things go to both the AR side and to the marketing side. And during the event, you will work very long hours with the artist relations team. And if you go into the video, it will make a lot more sense come November 2nd. The team was making little voodoo dolls. They were loading up things in artist dressing rooms. They were drinking a ton of Red Bull. And you do just about everything. Before we go too much further, I do want to bring up Ashley to talk about artist relations and the booking process and what we do with that. And Leah, if you want to talk real quickly also, I know you have a couple things to say.
Hey guys. I see a lot of familiar faces here, and that's so awesome. Thank you again to all the interns that worked with us last year. You guys were amazing. Give yourselves another big round of applause. Thank you. So my job is twofold as a talent buyer. Pre-event, that's booking and negotiating with the agents, figuring out the scheduling days, schedule lineup to come out soon, and working with those bands to make sure that we have everything that we need to advance their day of show. And a lot of that falls either into the production category or into the hospitality category. So Leah will talk more about what the hospitality portion is. On site, my job is basically to not only help out Leah and make sure everything's running smoothly in the artist relations hospitality side, but to run interference when things come up with the bands, if there are legal issues, if there's things that need to be taken care of, and that's also something that we rely on. Our interns are our eyes, and you see things, you hear things, and all of that communication is really important to come back to us so we can be the best team possible, one solid unit on the day of the event. And as far as any booking questions, Pete is going to be working closely with me this year. So if you wanted to, if there are any questions, anyone wants to get in touch with me to talk a little bit more about that process, then either reach out to me or Pete, and we can go from there. So I'll let Leah talk about AR. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ashley. All of the people who worked with AR last year know that it's a lot of hours and a lot of hard work, and we couldn't have done it without you. It's not necessarily what you always expect. It's everything and anything that an artist could need or want or can think they want, and you have to figure out how to be able to get it. And everybody last year, we were so impressed about the ingenuity and the resourcefulness of the people that were there. What is helpful to us is having someone who can think outside the box and who is willing to work really, really hard. And if you can work as a team, that's an absolute must. There's so many moving parts of all of the things all day long with not only AR, but AR interacts with every other part of the festival. And we need to be able to work with them and head off problems before they can come. So what is the best for us in AR is someone who can work as a team and who can think on their feet and who shows up not only on time, but who is willing to work and to see problems before they exist. So we need a lot of help, and we're so excited to have the opportunity to come back again this year and build on the program we had last year. So we look forward to talking to you further. If you have any specific questions about what happens in AR, stand up whoever worked with us last year. Come on, girl. They are a great resource. Hopefully we will see them again this year, and they can give you much better insight into what happened. And we're going to be around afterwards to answer any of your specific questions about what it's like and what the expectations are. But it's a lot of hours and it's a lot of hard work, but hopefully they all learned something. So, thanks.
Real quickly, this is just a bit of an overview of the things that you'll definitely need. You'll need to own a laptop, attend one production meeting, which is our entire staff, and we do them weekly. One site visit where you walk through the site and see kind of the pre-production before Voodoo. You'll work in the office. You'll do work from home. We're cool with that working out. And you'll have to prepare a final presentation for us and for Kate. And the great thing is, there's been a lot of people who have come from this program throughout the years who have worked with us, and they've gone on to great careers. And 2 years ago, we decided we'd really make this official so that we wouldn't be starting from scratch, and we wouldn't just be taking a couple people. Again, we want the most passionate people who want to make this their career. And one of the greatest things for any of us is to run into somebody afterwards or in the middle of it and them tell us, I now know what I want to do. And it's something that they did at Voodoo. And that is outstanding. We hope that we can provide that for you to open your eyes to a great experience. We're going to be here afterwards. We would love to have you guys join us. The key to this is, part of the process to being part of it is we're going to need a resume from you, and we're going to need you to do a social media experiment with us on September 4th when we announce the daily lineup. And we'll give you all the details, but bottom line is you're going to help us release the daily lineup across social platforms, and we want to see what you can do. So Kate will have those details, and again, we'll be here afterwards. Thank you so much, and good luck this year. We look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Sig. A couple of housekeeping things I just want to mention. If Legal Issues 2 is canceled, so if you're in that class, you're going to have to find another class. If you have difficulty with that, come see me, please. Legal Issues one has been, all the waiting list has been satisfied. So we changed the classroom. It's a much bigger classroom. Now everybody who wants to be in it is now in it. What else? Personal finance. For your upperclassmen, we now have 2 sections of personal finance. There's one that Jude Boudreau is going to teach for the Bachelor of Science students. So if you have personal finance on your schedule, it's not going to be in the business school. It's going to be, where is personal finance going to be, Jay? 423 at 4th floor of this building, okay? What else? Last fall, when I stood here, I mentioned that we were working on a popular music degree and film degree. We now have those degrees done, and we're submitting them to the committees tomorrow. So next academic year, more than likely, there will be a pop music, commercial music degree in music industry. There will also be a filmmaking degree, and we're working on a few others. So we're expanding beyond music industry because the music industry has expanded beyond music industry. So we're going with it, and those 2 things are coming up. So there's going to be a few more people in this room next year. So if you want to switch into that, that's possible. So let me introduce the faculty and some adjuncts and some other people. Jim, you want to start? Jim Gabor. So Jim teaches film, as everybody knows. Please give a round of applause for Jim.
Yeah, we really have a pretty amazing digital filmmaking program in the wings, guys, and we expect to have the first class in next fall. But in the meantime, we actually have a number of contract digital filmmaking people who are going to graduate in the spring and be the first real film people to come out of Loyola. It's a pretty amazing process. I teach an intro to digital filmmaking, which gets booked up pretty quick, but I'd love to have you guys try to get into it, even second semester freshmen. The earlier you get into it, the more you can tell whether or not this might be for you, and maybe next fall you can join the BFA rather than a BS, or expand and get a minor. We also do a writing and directing class and an editing class, and I think we have a single seat left in both of those, so if you are interested in those, even if you haven't had the prereq, contact me at jimgabor@cox.net, and if you have any experience at all, I want to fill up that seat. We've got some really amazing things going to happen this semester. It's kind of a prelude to us going into this big digital filmmaking thing, and one of them will be on October the 20th. You may know, you freshmen probably don't, but Harry Shearer of The Simpsons is our artist in residence. And on the 20th, on this stage, we are going to draw lots, and 50 people are going to spend the day doing a voiceover workshop. Basically, he's the voice of 46 different characters on The Simpsons, and we're going to sit up here and talk about how to do that sort of thing. On the stage, and then we're going to leave the room open for anybody else who wants to come in and simply be here. But just set up 6 mics and sit around with Mr. Burns and Smithers. It'll be a fun day, and it will end at Forum that day, 5 to 6 in this room, with us doing a demo of what's been learned during the day. So we look forward to having you. And again, if you have interest in the editing class or the writing and directing, and you haven't had the prereq but still want to try it out, contact me. We start it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Thanks.
Thank you, Jim. So, Sandy, you want to talk about what you do? Sandy's, and everybody knows Sandy Henderly. Give him a big hand of applause.
Thanks. I have an announcement. I'm the one that teaches all the musicianship classes for the BS students. And for those coming in, the room has changed. I've sent out an email, but just to let you know, it's going to be in this building, 204G. Also, it's very important, some of you have had theory in high school or with your lessons somewhere along the way. So for those that feel pretty comfortable about that theory, you could place out of this. The placement exams will be on Thursday at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I sent out an email as well through Forum, but it's going to be in 204G, not in the original place. So if you feel comfortable about maybe testing out of that, that's what you want to try to do. That will be Thursday at 11 or 2, okay? And I want to just mention, use your Loino accounts for communication. You're now in the music industry, period. You're in the field. We communicate via email, not texting so much, okay? So you're going to be using that for the rest of your 4 years here and beyond. I think that's about all.
Degree?
The new degree, yes. That will be.
You had something to do with it.
This guy has worked his ass off this summer on this. Give it up for him. Can I use that word here? No, he's done a tremendous job of putting this together. You don't know how much work you have to do to put this proposal to the faculty here in the college and then to the deans and everybody else at the university, which is the next step. But we're really excited. I've been wanting to do this for 25 years, since the 80s. I've wanted to have a pop class degree, and it's finally happening within the music industry program. There's so many of you guys that are talented out there that we get. John Rankin and I do the contemporary ensemble, and there's just so many talented musicians that didn't go to Berkeley. You know, they came here and they still could be getting some music. And that's what's so exciting about this program, because some of you might even want to get into it, especially the freshmen that are coming in. There's a potential for you to change over, but it's it's a great degree because it still has a lot of the music business classes in it. You're getting the technology, you're getting the industry classes, marketing, finance, and so forth. So it's really exciting that you could kind of combine the two. Anyway, that's his baby and my baby, and we hope that some of you will join us. Thanks.
Thanks, Sandy. Yep, thanks. So another person who had their hands on that degree is Jeff Albert. So please welcome Jeff Albert.
It's not my baby. I'm just like an uncle or something. Hi, I'm Jeff Albert. I teach audio technology courses. Most of you will probably have to be in one of my classes at some point. So thank you. I appreciate that endorsement. Something came up advising earlier today, so I just want to make sure to announce to all of you. If you plan on graduating this spring, like this year, you need to go on Laura right now and click application for degree and fill that out. You need to get that process started, because then we know exactly what you have to take for every, so you can dress up funny in May and walk across the stage. So please, if you plan on graduating in the spring or next summer, go fill out the application for degree on Laura. To follow up what Sandy said about your email, the Loyola email gets lots of important things. Sometimes it's things that cost you money if you don't deal with them, or save you money if you do deal with them. Check that email. Or you can, if you type "forward my email" in the search bar on the Loyola website, it'll take you to a form where you can put in the email that you usually do check, and it will forward your Loyola email to it, theoretically. So do that, because it is important that you keep up with those emails. And 2 weeks from tonight, I've got a guest coming to campus. He'll be our forum guest. But we also have a concert here at 8 p.m. September 8th. It's kind of crazy, improvised music, free jazz, but you'll get to hear me make weird noises with the trombone. And if you're on the BM thing and doing recital hour, you can get recital hour credit for it. And the forum's going to be super fun. But that's all I'm going to tell you. Thanks.
Thank you, Jeff. So, Burke, you want to come up and talk about what's going on? Burke and Graffia, everybody. Give him a hand.
So, EQing the mic after Jeff's voice and then my voice is good luck with that. My name is Burke and Graffia. I teach the internet classes here, the internet tech classes, and intro to music tech. And just have a couple of things I wanted to tell you all about. First of all, those of you that remember the website that was previously known as cmfae.org is now on a different domain, musicindustrystudies.net. So it actually means something to you now. If any of y'all are interested in becoming writers or bloggers and you want to if you want to let people know about your favorite band, or you want to write about your own band, or you want to just write for the blog, if you want to write for musicindustrystudies.net, please let us know. After forum, I'm sitting right here down in the first row. I'm going to be hanging out for a little while, so you can come talk to me about that if you're interested in becoming a music writer. Also, there are a couple of things. We have a proposed EU. For those of you that don't know what an EU is, it stands for Entrepreneurial Unit. And basically, it's like a small business that y'all run on campus. You make a few bucks. You get to use all the campus resources. And this EU is basically going to be a website kind of like Bandcamp or like Reverb Nation or something like that, but it's going to be all New Orleans music. So we're going to be featuring, we're going to be hosting websites for New Orleans musicians. If any of y'all are interested in becoming part of that EU, come talk to me afterwards. There was something else. Oh, one other thing. If any of y'all want to make a few bucks and you have a Windows computer and you want to thumb your nose at all the Mac snobs who think that you don't have a good computer, I have a reason why it works better than a Mac for one purpose that I know of. So probably more than that too, but it has a feature that I need. We've got some videos that need to be transferred to YouTube, and if you have a Windows computer and you want to make a few bucks, come talk to me afterwards. But other than that, I'm really excited that school started up for the fall. And I hope to see y'all succeed and find your way into the music industry. So welcome back.
So on that site that Burke is talking about, that's a departmental site. And on that site is hundreds of videos, probably 1,000, 1,300 videos. And a lot of them are the forums that we've had for the last 8 years or so. So this is the TV show. And it's going to go out every Monday night live on the web, and so if you want your parents to tune in, you can tell them about it. You can also tell anybody else you want to know, because this goes out and the next day it's archived, or well, it takes a little bit of time to do that. But we also we have a forum committee that is responsible for booking this and for this show and for marketing it as well. If you would like to be on that committee, come see me after forum. I'll be right here. Okay? So let's keep going with introductions. Billy O'Connell. Come on. You don't need the mic, right? No mic.
But am I?
Kind of team teaching.
Yeah, I'm on the team. I'm on the team for intro. But there's two amazing new intro teachers that you'll get to see and meet, I guess, which is great. But I am teaching entrepreneurship and marketing and management, which those are normal. But then the entrepreneurship thing is its own thing, and that's really freaky. But, you know, good freaky, of course. What's this for?
Tell them about what you've been doing. Tell them about your new act. He's got some new acts. Come on.
The summer was craziness. There's just been a lot of, it's been a busy summer. I started managing a couple of other acts. I'm managing a reunion for a band who stopped playing, I think, when you guys were 6. But they're about to do some cool stuff, which is great. There's a documentary coming out on them. They were called L7. They were like a grunge band, all female. They had some big hits. They sold a couple million records. So I'm managing them through their documentary film process and some more secret stuff. And then I acted in some movies.
You did. 3 movies. Will Ferrell.
I spent 2 days arresting Will Ferrell. I played an FBI agent, so I cuffed him about 1,000 times. his head a lot. And then and then I seem to have been typecast because then I played a Secret Service agent in a movie called Pitch Perfect 2. I guarded Barack Obama. And I did all that because I was just so bored. I just didn't have enough to do. I was so bored. I just decided to act in those movies. Anyway, so I did that crap. And I'm managing. I'm starting to manage somebody who I can't talk about, but he's very. It's a he. Oh, I just narrowed it down. But it's going to be really fun to do, and I get to bring all this new stuff into class with me. So it's cool. And there were big Throwing Muses dates around. They did a European tour, and they're about to do another British tour. And Kristen's in New Zealand starting this afternoon. And so there's all kinds of stuff that I get to bring into my classes, and you get to benefit from my headaches, which is awesome. My experience, which also hurts. But I'm done.
Well, that was great. Thank you,
enough?
Billy O'Connor. Good job.
Oh, and your rib. And he has a broken rib. He's here with a broken rib.
It's not broken. You don't break ribs.
You want to see a grown man cry? I can
No. Slight accident. It's going to be fine. John, you want to come up and talk? John Rankin. Y'all know John Rankin. Give him a hand.
Hey guys, great to see you here. It makes my day a lot better to see all you guys back. And the new faces, welcome. I teach guitar and songwriting, my main responsibilities. And we have some extra spaces in the songwriting class, 10:30 Monday, Wednesday. You have to have had musicianship already if you want to take that. But it looks like a really fun class. I'm thrilled. And Songwriters Anon, we have an informal songwriting group. We're going to meet this week at 3:30 on Wednesday, just to get a little get together to say hello. Come up to the guitar room, 234 on this floor. That's it, I'm out.
Thank you. So we have a few others. It's a bunch of people you need to meet. Jude, you want to come up and talk about what you do? Jude Boudreau teaches finance. Come on up. Give him a hand.
So I'm Jude Boudreau. I teach personal finance and music finance here for the music industry program. Very excited that we've added the personal finance element back on, and we'll have our own section with just music industry students. Most of the time I own Upper Line Financial Planning, and I work with families on their individual finances and with some musicians and with some artists and actors as well. So we've got some real world experience we try to bring into the classes. And I think for many of you who've known about my daughter and the treatment process she's going through, she's doing great. We finished November the 7th, so she'll finally be fully done with everything, and life will be pretty normal for us. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's definitely the best thing in my life. We are expecting our second end of January, though, so we'll have to talk about next semester. Yeah, and yeah. Any of you think that you are a superstar at SEO and are interested in some grunt work? I have a side project that we're looking for an intern for, so come and see me. I'm H. Jude Boudreau on Twitter. I'm really easy to find on the internet, so look me up and get in touch.
Very much, Jude.
Thanks.
So as a lot of you know, Jude's daughter had leukemia. She was 2 years old, and so we had the biggest blood drive, I think, on the campus ever for her and other kids at Oxnard Children's Hospital. There are 1,000 kids over there that have this, so we're going to do that again this year, and we hope you'll help us out on that. So, yep.
For those of you that can't, have not had a tattoo in the last 6 months, maybe 12, anyway, somewhere around there, are generally healthy and haven't taken a certain list of drugs that are otherwise prohibited, it's critically important that we have those blood products available for kids and adults who didn't expect to need them. On the day Lucy was diagnosed, she had 2 blood and 2 platelet transfusions. And she's largely here today because other people who didn't know her cared enough to give some of their time and go and do a donation. Blood donation is really quick. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes after your first time through. relatively painless after the needle goes into your arm. I know that's a little scary, but I promise you it's not so bad. Those blood donations make a tremendous difference in the lives of our kids in this community. Lucy's had 38 transfusions over the last 18 months. So these kids need these products regularly, and they have to be there when they need them. So if you have a regular blood type, it's fantastic to have those things. If you have a rare blood type, we'll almost beg you to come and give donations. If you're A, AB, any of those kinds of things. She's O positive. She's in good shape. But having those blood products around, so when somebody who doesn't expect to need them needs them, makes a tremendous difference for all of us here. And I'm sure all of you know somebody who's been affected, who's had a transfusion, who's benefited from it. So if you can, if you're healthy and you're able, find a time to take 15 or 20 minutes and go and donate wherever you are in your community. You'll never know the impact that it makes.
Thank you, Jude. It's very true. Thank you. Thank you. So Jim McCormick, you all know Jim McCormick. He's an amazing songwriter. Jim McCormick.
Welcome back, everybody. It's nice to be here myself. I teach the craft and business of songwriting class, and I think we top out at about 15 students. It is primarily a creative writing workshop. So those of you who are songwriters or aspiring songwriters, bring your work in, and by the end of the semester you will have written a larger body of work than you've probably ever written before, and it will be critiqued and made more solid by your peers' critical perceptions.
Thank you so much, Jim. So that class is tonight. That class is tonight, right?
It's tonight. Yeah.
All right, good luck with it. Thanks. So I see Scott sitting here. Scott Billington is new on the faculty this year. He's teaching intro. Scott is a VP of A&R at Concord Record Group, an amazing producer. Scott Billington.
Thanks, John.
It's working.
It's really amazing to be here. After all these years, I've been making records in New Orleans for over 30 years now. Most of the time I was based in Boston, but last year I married a New Orleans woman, and here I am. And I'm really looking forward to sharing with you all of the experience that I've had and hearing what you've got to say as well. It's a real treat to be here at Loyola, and thank you for having me here.
Thank you. Scott's obviously very modest. Scott's very active in NARIS. He's a very important person in the Grammy organization, among other things. So we're lucky to have Scott here. We're also lucky to have UP. UP, you want to come up, talk? UP, Lovell Cooper, one of the great hip-hop producers around town. Come on up, UP.
Word, how's it? Hello. Yeah, how's everybody doing? All right, so the one thing that I'm blessed and fortunate to have done over the past 20-something years is produce hip-hop artists. And, you know, the one thing that I'm fortunate to be able to do right now, and Snyder gave me this opportunity, is to share my experiences with you guys. So if anybody wants to learn more real-world details of urban music production life, what really goes into making records sound like they need to, producing hip-hop artists, R&B artists, you name it, we go over it, we go cover it, we go produce it, we go make it. I'm gonna have a lot of the artists that I've worked with over the years come through, talk to you. So you guys will benefit from what I've learned, and hopefully I'll teach you something new, you know what I mean? So that's what's up. So the name of the class is Urban Music Production. My name is UP, AKA Mr. Cooper. Search me on Twitter, Instagram. I am UP the producer. And just so you can get an idea of really who I am and all the people that I've worked with, so you know that I'm not just this guy, you know. So I look forward to working with you guys and showing you some new things. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you know, everybody on the faculty is accomplished and professional, and the next gentleman is one of those too, Dan Walter. Come on up, Dan. Dan's a local attorney in town and actually ran one of the major rock clubs here before the storm, but he went on to bigger and better things. So give Dan a big hand. Dan Walter.
Yeah, well, some days I don't know about better, but, you know, what can you do? Yeah, my name's Dan Walter. I am teaching the senior seminar this semester, which is basically the capstone course. For you freshmen, it's going to be the last course you take, and it will tie together all of the different classes that you've taken from everyone here. Hopefully, by the end of it, you'll be, an expert in business in general and the music industry specifically. So I look forward to working with all y'all, and it's good to be here. Thanks.
Thank you, Dan. Okay. Jay Crudy. Give Jay Crudy a big hand. Come on up, Jay. Jay Crudy. Jay Crudy. That would be you. Well, you're,
all right. I'm Jay Crudy, everyone. I teach audio production along with Jeff Albert and Burke. This semester I'll be teaching recording studio techniques class, which I believe is full, but I also teach live sound production. And I've got some open seats in there. If you have previous live sound experience, there are some prereqs on the course, but I'm willing to waive them if you have some experience, so just come see me about that. Number one question I get asked, usually this day, is how do I get in the studio? So the simple answer is go to the studio, right? I mean, the studios are right up here on the 4th floor. Usually when sessions are going on, the doors open or unlocked. Walk in, hang out, check out what's going on. It really starts with you getting in there. But second to that, we have a teaching assistant program, which is actually, if you go to my website, jcrudy.com, you can check out how the TA program works, what the requirements are. We also have an apprenticeship program for the Vital Sounds Recording Studio EU. So I think, where is Austin? Can you come down here? And also, Randy, where are you? Randy? Calling Randy. Where is he? Yeah, Randy. So they can tell you a little bit about the EUs as well and when those apprenticeship meetings will happen. EUs, so I oversee the Vital Sounds Recording, which is the studio company, also Loyola Sound, which is the live sound company, and Iggy Vision, which is the video production company that's working here today. I also oversee the radio station here on campus. If you're interested in getting involved in radio, please come see me about that. And I kind of dally in other EU activities as well. Right now, Iggy Vision is actually looking for a chief operating officer. So if you have a pretty decent amount of free time on your hands and you're detail-oriented and interested in video production, please come see me. This is a paid position, and you'll hit the ground running immediately, and I'll train you on everything that needs to be done. So if you have any questions about anything technical related or life and otherwise, please come see me. I'm on the 4th floor. I'm up there almost at all times. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Jay. You want to say something, Austin? You have anything to say? Come on up, say it.
How's it going, y'all? You want to come up, Randy? How's it going, y'all? My name is Austin Ratbaum. I'm the CEO of Vital Sounds. It's the recording studio on campus. It's upstairs on the 4th floor of this building. If you want to get involved, you can email at vitalsoundsrecording@gmail.com. I'll get back to you pretty quick. Also, like Jay said, you can just come upstairs and check it out. It's open a lot. And we do have a weekly teaching program. It's going to be taught by Floor, I think, this semester, who is one of our engineers. Basically, you can come in and you can deal with real sessions, whether it's editing or recording somebody new, and check it out and get hands-on experience. Thank you.
Good job.
Hi guys, my name is Randy. I work for Loyola Sound, which is a live sound company on campus. We provide equipment and engineers for anything from this kind of setup to like big bands and stuff like that. If you're interested, email nolasound@gmail.com or come talk to me, Alexis, and please stand up wherever you are. I don't know. Alexis, Maribeth Maggio, and David Paternostro, right there. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. So we do have a radio station that is student run, so you could work in that. There are students that want to start a festival EU, so we'll probably do that, and also a recording company EU, recording label. So that's coming. Last but not least, your faculty is Kate Duncan. Y'all know Kate. Come on up, Kate. Did that work? You could have to hurry across.
So I was sitting there trying to figure out why I feel so different, and I at first thought maybe it's because I'm the only female faculty in a litany of male faculty, and that I probably rock a dress a lot better, but then I realized that Sandy and Jim on Mardi Gras, no, there's no competition there, so. No, but the difference is, all of these people have classes that you can opt to take for the most part, but you have to deal with me no matter what. To graduate, you have to have an internship, and I love working with you guys. So not only is internship important, but we all know it's gonna get you the career, blah, blah, blah. I can help you with other stuff too. Anything that has to do with professional development, come see me, make an appointment. I will tell you, do not email me because I'll just reroute you to our main line because I'm not gonna schedule over email. So call our office, stop in, find a time to talk about whatever it is you want to do, even if it's leaving the music industry, whatever, I'm happy to talk about it. So that's the one class I teach. The other class this semester is networking, and we're very excited. There's 9 of us that are going to go to 2 conferences. One is in Nashville this September, and the other coming up in October is CMJ. And we're really excited because it's an opportunity, like I said, to get those professional contacts and just get that face time. So look for that class that is going to come up either next spring or in the fall, again, because we're taking a trip or 2, and it's really fun and exciting. So I look forward to working with all of you. Thanks.
Thanks, Kate. Yeah. Thank you very much. So there are 3 people who are not here, just to introduce them. Mike Twillman is going to be teaching the venue management and talent buying course on Thursday night. Mike graduated from this program and runs Gasa Gasa. You probably will bump into Mike over there. Donna Santiago teaches legal issues. She's in Brazil right now with Mia Flowers, and she'll be back next week. So I'll see you tomorrow whenever in legal issues. And Lo Faber is teaching intro for us. And Lo is, has been teaching history in the history department for a couple of years here. But he also has quite a career as a singer-songwriter and as a band leader, so he's now helping us out too. So there's a lot of opportunity here, and I want you to know, and I think you know this, that all the faculty are here for you. We're here to make it possible for you to succeed. You're the future of this business, and we all love this business. So we're here to make your life better. So if you need anything from us, you come see us. Complete open door policy. If you have any problems, any troubles whatsoever, we will help you out. So we're glad that you're here. We wish you well, and we think you're going to have a great semester. What do you think? Yes. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.